Okay, I have Ken and Lavinia, and they had a wonderful trip. And
Yeah.
Ken, just tell us about how you came up with it and what you did.
Just finished what we call Packard on a Mission, and it started about 6 months ago. Lavinia had a Auto Club 100-year anniversary book that the Auto Club put out, and there were about 4 pages dedicated to the Auto Club's involvement in starting the El Camino Real, or Camino Real, the King's Highway, which was the old mission trail. And they talked about the missions there. We picked up the book on all the missions and what they were. And, you know, that'd be fun to do. So we started planning it, and we figured we could do about 2 a day. We figured there'd be about 10, 12 days. Well, we started right after Thanksgiving, and we did 4 in 2 days. San Diego and up through San Juan Capistrano, San Luis Rey, and up to San Gabriel in San Marino there, San Gabriel Mission. And our schedule was just so full, we couldn't do anything more until after the holidays. So about the middle of January, we took off and started at Mission San Fernando in the San Fernando Valley, and we went there and just enjoyed it. Got to see Channel 7 there, and Lavinia ended up on the evening news, and I ended up on the cutting room floor. But very nice mission. One thing, so many of the missions are being used currently for schools and different programs and everything, in addition to most of them have Sunday services. So it's back to basics. But we then spent, I think it was a total of 8 days covering those 17 missions, and went out to Lompoc and what is not Batista, but La Purísima out there. Way out in the boonies, but it's a nice mission. And but so many people never get off 101. They're headed straight north from the Bay Area to LA, and they don't go off to Lompoc. That's a detour, but I'd never been there before. And then Santa Ynez mission there, that's right in downtown Solvang. That was kind of busy, very well kept, adequate parking and everything. But then we went to Ventura, I think it was, from there. And Ventura was a little bit right downtown, hard to park. It was nice. Then Santa Barbara, which is one of the nicest ones there. But unfortunately, it's right in a congested area. There's no parking. The park that's across the street is occupied by the homeless. And, it was really not that pleasant an experience while we ate our lunch there, but that's life. But we went on up then to, was it San Luis Obispo?
San Luis, and that was the difficult one to get to, because the church does not own the street in front of it. It's a city street, and it was all fenced off, and we could not get through there.
Yeah.
So we parked in the parking lot. But one of the fun things about parking in the parking lot are talking to all of the people that come around to admire the Packard.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Then we headed up, let's see, San Miguel, just north of Paso Robles there. And, it's a pretty well attended place, and very nice. The bell structure there and everything spread out. It's very impressive what they did there. And then from there, just about 10 miles north of the rest stop there, you take off to Yolon, Jolon, and I'd never done that before, but you go through the Hunter Liggett Military Reservation and out to the old mission out there. And interesting, there are a lot of Native American folks, I guess, that farm land in the area, and they all have a stake in the mission. That's their ancestry, and that was the day they'd chosen to do some work. They've got extensive renovations. They're doing it all by themselves. They don't have much money, and it's going to be a long-term project. There was not.
We just went on up the line and visited all 21 of them and wound up in Sonoma, which is the 21st mission.
Yeah.
And it was just the San Francisco mission was difficult because it's right down in the Mission District, and there was no way we could get in front of it. And Ken would stay in the car and go around the block, and I'd get across the street and try and take pictures of the thing. And then when we left San Francisco, we got lost. And we wanted to go across the Golden Gate Bridge to go to San Rafael and see the mission there. Well, we finally found the Golden Gate Bridge and got across and found the rest of the missions. But we really got lost. And we traveled a total, the first part of our trip was about 300 miles, and this last phase of it was 1,500 miles.
But
And
it's really impressive, impressed me, the impact that the mission system has had on the development of the whole area, the state of California. And it was the competition between the Spaniards occupying Mexico, Baja, and that area, and their fear that the Russians were coming in from the north and occupying. Plus Portugal got involved. They wanted to have a stake in it, and the U.S. had just declared its independence. So they, as far as they were concerned, the West was the way they were going to go, and they didn't even know what was out there. But Lewis and Clark and all those guys, they checked it out, and I guess we decided we wanted it, and here we are.
and we were also interested in the Mission Bell system.
Yeah.
And as you go along the El Camino Real, you will find that the bells are about a mile apart on each side of the highway. And that's rather interesting. We didn't count them all, but there are a lot of bells out there. And
you get down by San Diego and Oceanside, there's a few bells there, and a lot of the streets, roads that you take are assigned a name, like Camino Real or just Camino or just but a lot of them, like through Camp Pendleton, it just dies there. You don't know where the trail was there.
Well, to sum up, I think it was just a delightful trip, and we can now say that we've been to all 21 California missions.